Brewers Log May 13th, 2024. So tonight I got 4 gallons of mead started. They're right now, I've got everything in them except for the yeast nutrient and all that. Right now they've just got their basic stuff in them. So the first bottle over here is a 3 Flowers mead. I started out by taking 2 cups of water and bringing it to a boil, and then I poured it over the quarter of a cup of, not lavender, chamomile, heather tips, and elderberry flower. So it's my normal 3 Flowers mead, but this time I remembered to steep the meat or the flowers before I added any sugar or anything else to it. Second bottle here is going to be a little bit different. It has a pound of maple syrup and then 2 pounds of honey in it. So it's going to be a maple syrup mead. We'll see how that comes out. Third bottle here is something I've been trying to do for 6 months plus. After I heard about doing a Mountain Dew mead, I wanted to do one. So I had bought the stuff to buy, or to the real sugar Mountain Dew, and was going to strain it and get it de-gasified so that I could use it. And I just never got around to it with everything else that just happened last fall. So, and then SodaStream came out with the Mountain Dew flavoring for SodaStream. So what I've done here is I've taken a full bottle of SodaStream, which is actually for 9 liters, so it's twice as much as it needs, but I'd rather have a little more flavoring than not. So I put the whole bottle in there. I measured out what 1 bottle would be to get an idea of where the sugar should be, and then I'll probably back sweeten this to match that. So that's my goal for this one, but it is going to be a Mountain Dew mead, so I'm going to see how that comes out. As you can see, it foamed up quite a bit when I shook it, and we'll see where that goes from there. So my third bottle here is going to be a ginger mead. So something I've been doing recently was the ginger juice. I'm going to try it. It seemed to have worked just fine when I did it in the cider. So I'm going to make a mead out of my ginger juice. So the full bottle of ginger juice, 32 ounces, went into the jug. There is 3 pounds of sugar in there, and then the rest is water. So from there, I will be adding in Premier Cuvée and Premier Blanc. I think that's Premier Blanc. I can't read anything from here. So, wrong side. Premier Blanc. Those are the 2 yeasts that are going to be split between these 3. And I will also get a starting gravity for each of these and know where I'm starting with each of them. I'm a little high on each of the bottles, but not terrible. I usually try to get just below the handle, and that's where at least 2 of them are. The others are right in the middle of the handle, so we'll see if I blow a top on one of these. The S-locks aren't as bad as blowing a top, but we'll see what happens. So let me get specific gravity and record those into here. So it looks like the starting gravity of my 3 Flowers mead is almost a perfect 1.090. So I will have to check that later exactly where that comes out at, but that's seems to be pretty good, and we'll see from there. Alright, so my maple syrup mead looks like it's somewhere around a 1060 or maybe a 158. So not quite as high as the 3 Flowers mead, but I'm not sure how much sugar maple syrup has in it. So that looks like where we're starting for this. So looking at my Mountain Dew mead, it looks like it is coming out as a 1120. So we'll see how this comes out. It's going to definitely be strong if it goes all the way out. Then we'll see if it comes down to being like a 1213 or even around a 11. But 1.2 is where the original Mountain Dew was at, so I'm kind of surprised with that much honey that it put it up to 1.2, but that's close enough, so we'll see from there. So it looks like my ginger mead is going to be at a 1.80 or 1.79. I probably will put a 1.80 on the bottle as where I think it's at. So overall tonight I got 4 more gallons of mead started. One is 3 Flowers mead, the other is maple syrup mead, the other is Mountain Dew mead, and the other is ginger mead. They all have Premier Blanc and Premier Cuvée yeast in it. It's about a quarter teaspoon of each in each of the jugs. And then there is a half a teaspoon of yeast nutrient and half a teaspoon of pectin enzyme. I know I don't need the pectin enzyme in a mead, but it's just something I've got a habit of, and I didn't think about it before I got it put in. So we'll see if it does anything or if it changes anything. So current temperature down here is 73 degrees and 68% humidity. So it is definitely getting a little warm down here, but temperature outside has been a little warmer outside. So down here has not been keeping up with it as well. So we'll see where these go from here. They're not on the heating pad. They're just on some paper towels to soak up any of the the liquids that it poured off of it. So we'll see where it goes from here.